All right, so we are on the new labyrinth, which is basically Shiro Hero theme. Instead of getting a story, original collab story, pretty much we got labyrinth, which is I guess cool. It's not like we were supposed to get labyrinth at the beginning of the last month or anything like that, or anything. It's fine, it's fine. But yeah, we got new labyrinth, which means good rewards, fun content. They really switched up labyrinth, pretty much making it so you can't get some Merlin. So no attack still cheese for anybody who think you're gonna attack still cheese. And I just want to show you guys me clearing all the floors and how I did it. Again, shield theme. Now, as you can see right now, KIZUNA is in the first section. If you do have her. Now, again, guys, you also have to have the characters. So it does kind of suck, but you have to have the characters. Now, KIZUNA is actually really good for this event because with our passive, she gets to rank up her own cards. And she has a buff card and a AoE pierce. And I feel like she was kind of like made for the labyrinths. It kind of plays off of her. It kind of plays off her like anime, because was she like trapped in like a labyrinth before? So it kind of plays off of that aspect. There's a lot of things with this Shiro Hero collab where they just played off of the anime when creating these characters, which could be a good thing and also a bad thing because she's useless for demonic beasts, unfortunately. So I'm assuming the only thing else you're gonna use her for is probably OG Demon, I guess. And even then, she's probably still not that great for OG Demon, which again is very unfortunate. As you can see, she just ranked up her hand and stuff like that for attacking. She can also cleanse as well. I think I'm probably the only person who showcased her without technically like showcasing her. Like, I don't know if anybody else is gonna probably showcase her. Remember, guys, you gotta make sure you read all the passives. Make sure you go for passive that works for you, stuff like that. Again, I go for a Super Awakening right here, just because I thought it would be cool. Now, as you can see right there, you have the choice between Philo, Gallon, Fat King. Again, this stuff is like ReZero, Shield Hero themed and stuff like that. So instead of getting some rolling, you get a chance to get Philo if you do have her. But I choose like Red Gallon with this one just because I was trying to go with a same attribute team. Now, I feel like for this labyrinths, you have to like have a theme for your team, like either like same races or like same mono color. Sometimes I feel like some of the passives I kind of like a little bit like ignored a little bit just because some of them were like useless to me. You always want to try to make sure you prioritize getting like the important passives, like the attack boosting ones for your allies, and the old gauge one. Man, the old gauge one is probably the best one to have, man. Man, the old gauge one. Like if you get the old gauge one, you pretty much win everything, especially against this. So I guess it is a little bit about luck as well. She kind of destroys the first floor pretty easily. Again, you want to go for passive that suits you. The top one is like a counter. I said, nah, I'm good. I think I go for the one in the middle just because it suits me. And I kind of make it easier for myself. Like usually when people had the season 1 of the labyrinth, you could run like some roll and attack still cheese the entire floor and pretty much go any way you want to go. But this one you have to play like a little bit careful. Because this right here was my first run, guys, so I tried my best to play as careful as possible right here. Now, as you can see, I lagged a little bit right here, unfortunately, because I was like downloading a video. I was downloading my Philo video right here, so it lagged a bit. Like this is in 2x speed, so you really don't see it as often. Now it only happens in the beginning. Other than that, not really too much. Just because I was downloading a video or uploading a video, to say the least. Yeah, you just want to go for passive that suits you. I wish that like I wish that the labyrinth, oh man, I wish the labyrinth you could use any type of character. Like I think that's the thing that people hate the most about the labyrinth. Like, bro, I can't use any other character but the characters that I own in my box, which means that oh my god, which sucks for a lot of people because like a lot of people don't have all the characters in the game. Like me, the characters I'd be missing is like top 100 PvP characters or Halloween Slater, bro. Yes, guys, I am missing Halloween Slater, bro. All because I can't pull that man to save my life, and he rarely appears in banners. Like seasonal characters rarely appear, and for some moments, you might need that one seasonal character or very rare character, and use it. Now, again, I just try to go with a theme when it depending on what passive I see. For the first floor, you want to try to make sure you get like 4 characters. And I just chose a red character because I'm already going with the theme of 4 characters. So I said 4 characters, red characters. So I just kept that going for myself. And I just look on what I'm going to do next. Now, I don't know if I'm really going to do like a detailed guide on this, on the labyrinth, because it just felt so easy with the new KIZUNA character, honestly. It's just felt really easy. Maybe I guess for people who, I mean, she's free. Like, I don't know, thinking to myself, like, do I really need to do a guide on her? Guide on this? Like, the character is free. Like, I'm just sitting there like, should I? Now, I remember that she cleanses as well when she attacks. The thing I hate about her is that her passive is very restrictive. Having so that you have to attack to get the rank up, it's just pretty annoying, like, to say the least. Like, having a rank up is very clutch because you get like silver and gold buffs and stuff like that, and maybe a gold attack card. But with her, you have to attack to get that effect off, which could be pretty annoying for the simple fact that you might not pull her cards at all, so you have to rely on the other characters, unfortunately. Again, she is a really good character for the labyrinth. The thing with me that I had like the most trouble with is that I was struggling with her having like full HP sometimes to like the later stages. Like, I don't know, it's just with her, like, she gets targeted the most. I don't know what it is, but she just gets straight up targeted, and I don't know why. So I ended up going for most of the time potions, which you really don't want to go for potions, man. You really don't want to go for potions, but because you kind of have to sometimes, because you can't use the Summer Merlin attack still cheese, you kind of forced to having to use that. I wish she could rank the entire hand though. That would have been really cool. Probably broken, but really cool. Like, she would have made the raid a lot easier. Now, Gurheed is the boss to this, so I guess that's fine. Like, she is the boss to this event. Which is good for me. Because I already know like Gurheed doesn't have really good cards. Like, I'm just keeping 100, man. She doesn't have good cards. So I already knew I wasn't gonna take too much damage. That's why I feel like this labyrinth is a lot easier than the last one. Am I mistaken, guys? Like, it just feel like the labyrinth is just a lot easier than the last one, just because the bosses don't have like crazy strong passives or anything like that. Like, they do not have any like strong passives, so it's very easy to clutch up. Like, because I remember like last season, like Droll, man, Droll was destroying people, like one-shotting characters. And then you had the last one with Berserk Meliodas, pretty much nuking people if you don't know how to like play off the pass and stuff like that. But these floors look, well, not floor bosses seem a lot easier. But maybe it was just me having the correct team and correct passes. Maybe that's why I felt like it was like easier for me. Again, I feel like with her, the only thing you're probably gonna struggle with is like healing. because again, she always gets targeted. So what I usually do for her is I try to go for the character who attacks the most or is ready to attack, and try to finish them off as quickly as possible. Because if I do that, then obviously she's not gonna get targeted, right? Like, makes sense, right? Again, this is the second floor. Like, she nukes the boss like pretty good. Like, she hits pretty hard. She hits pretty hard. Now, this is where it gets juicy, boys. All right. So boom, this is where it gets juicy. This is where I get the greatest passives in the world, right? If you don't know what these passives do, just focus on the icons. All right. These are the ult gauge one, which means you have a specific passive that you have to follow to get the ult gauge. And I believe one of them was like you have to use the same attribute characters to get 3 ult gauge, and other one you have to use different attribute characters to get 3 ult gauge. Now guess which one I choose? The same attribute one, because I'm already running mono red to begin with, so it was like a no-brainer for me. Literally no-brainer. And I always usually go for the potions. Again, you really don't want to go for the potions, but I was like forced to do so. And I get 3 red characters, which I switch out for Tarmiel. I think I replaced Jericho. Now, I feel like I probably shouldn't have replaced Jericho, but I kind of like SSRs, right? I don't know what it is, but when I see SSRs, I get giddy. I love seeing the SSRs on my team, especially when I don't want to get out-CC'd by bosses. And I always check, and this way you get Raftalia if you really want her. And I just go for Awakening, which I got a lot of stars for. And then I see which one I want to go for, and I feel like my team is like kind of solid technically. So what I want to do is just go for dang, what do I want to go for? So I just go for an easier team. My bad. It's early in the morning right now. It's like I don't know what people be understanding. Like, yo, maintenance happens like 2 a.m. for me. So yeah, Tarmiel just one-shots characters. Tarmiel can increase his base stats and stuff like that. So it's very easy for him to nuke. As you can see, it's a lot easier for me to play just because I got the ult gauge thing. Like, the ult gauge passive, if you know it from the season 1 Labyrinth, just makes everything easier, dude. It just makes everything a lot easier. Let's see what we can do. Okay. And again, just one-shotting. Like, as you can see, if you see the trend with me when I'm attacking a character, it's usually the character who has the most attack cards or is getting ready to attack, and I just ult and heal. Now this is where I'm able to like have good HP on my Kizuna, which means I don't have to waste the potions, and I can focus on like leveling it up and stuff like that, like leveling up in Super Awakening. Because I think at this one is where I get like out CC'd and stuff. Again, guys, this is just my first run, okay? I didn't go no crazy big brain plays or anything like this when using this team. This is just my first run, okay? That's how easy it was. When the first season 1 Labyrinth came out, bro, I had to do that stuff like about 5 times. Just trying to figure everything out because the bosses are just a lot harder. Like, you can just ignore the passes I'm going through. Again, I just click like the basic ones for the most part. Again, the more important ones are probably the Revive and the Old Gauge one. I mean, the Allies base stats ones are really good too. And as you can see, I see a Revive one, and I think I just click it, which was kind of like a bad idea because my characters were like under level. As you can see right there, I'm out TC'd because my characters are literally under leveled, unfortunately. But I guess it's fine because it's Glocks. I don't know why, but it chose the worst possible characters. And as you can see right here, I'm kind of like, I can't do anything right here because I can't attack. Remember, guys, with Kizuna, you have to attack to get the cleanse and stuff like that, which is why she's very restrictive, bro. Oh man, it kind of sucks. Like, she's super restricted. And he almost kills me off. Now again, if I attack, I get a cleanse, which is really, really good for me. And I just ult. Call it a day. And now I have immunity. As you can see right there, as I was attacking him, I was getting ignites on me. So you have to be very careful with that. Again, I'm using probably the best character for the Labyrinth right now, which is the free character. So I'm already knowing, so I'm kind of like countering the bosses already. So I'm kind of like a little bit cheating, because obviously with Glocks, every time you attack them, you have to cleanse afterwards, or you know, stop that ignites, or he's gonna end up just nuking you with his ultimates and stuff like that, or basic cards. But because I have Kizuna, I get the debuff immunity, and I kind of don't have to worry about that no more. Now this is where I get into a interesting thing where I just went for Freyr. I don't know where I wanted to put Freyr, just because I was a little bit worried on what would be the next boss. Like, would I need the Fat King healing? Would I need the Gallon and stuff like that? Or it's just this passive? And I just choose Freyr, just because I feel like he would probably be a lot better as a character, because he has the death ult. But then I thought to myself, like, yo, wait, maybe Kizuna could clutch me up though, because she been really good for me for the most part. So I was like, maybe she can be really good again for me if I just go for the easier sides, because right now I'm good on passives. Guys, listen to me. I am good on passives. Once you get the old gauge one, you're set for life. All right. there's no good coming being greedy. All right. There's no good comes from being greedy like that. So because I'm in a good position, I just really just I don't really do much really. Like, I have high dupes, so I'm able to nuke regardless. Again, I just feel like this Labyrinth was like a lot easier, which that's good. I mean, that's good for a lot of players. Because if the Labyrinth is just easier, a lot of people are gonna complain less. But I guess it kind of like beats the purpose for the Labyrinth being like some difficult strategic events if it's just easy, right? Like, what do you guys think? Do you think Labyrinth should be easier, or do you think it should be like some strategic events where you must try to figure out on what you should do and stuff like that, and plan out as detailed possible? Because I think it kind of like ruins that premise when you have like characters locked to your box, right? I think it kind of beats that purpose at the end of the day, because you're so restricted, because you have to get the characters. You have to get the characters to be able to use them in Labyrinth. It kind of mess up your strategic planning. Now this time I got the Super Awakening finally, which means I'm nuking crazy. Also, the boss is like shield hero thing, so I guess that's cool. I mean, does it really feel like a shield hero at the end of the day? Okay, I think all these passives is like useless to me, so I just clicked one. I just clicked the random one because all these passives is like literally useless to me. But again, guys, like, it's all about planning with your passives. If you get the god tier passives, bro, you don't need any more. Like, you can just go for leveling and stuff like that. But if you're still struggling, just try to go for more passives, probably for yourself, or awakening. It depends honestly, because I don't know, like, obviously me going this way is gonna be probably a lot different for you guys, depending on who you choose. Like, I chose the free character, and I chose the user. But maybe you guys want to try a different way. Maybe you want to use Brawler Bond or something instead. Who knows? I'm just showing you guys what I did, okay? What I did. Also, the ult also works ranking up your cards as well, as you saw right there. I didn't really even pay attention to that, like, because I already knew I was gonna nuke with double ultimates. Like, this was a decent one. I think this is like increase basic stats on a character, and I think it's like fairy on top. So I guess that was like decent for me. Cause literally all the passives just like, yo, do you have the character? Oh no, you don't. So choose a different passive. And sometimes you kind of gotta ignore the UR passives and have to go with the SR passive sometimes, just for yourself. Like, you don't want to be rocking a useless passive that you're not going to be using later on. But I guess it's cool that that they made it so like Summer Merlin isn't usable, so you can't cheese the events. Or Red Gother. Oh man, I forgot Red Gother too. So you can't cheese with attack seals. You have to use a different strategy like I did right here, which is cool. Again, this floor I was just pretty much just trying to prioritize like leveling up my characters, because I did not want to have that same moment where I got out CC'd by freaking Glocks. You never want to get out CC'd, all right? Because then it leads to you getting nuked. So you can see I'm just going for leveling, and I went for leveling again. You get Trey Meliodas right here or Escanor. I didn't need none of them, so I just go for leveling, and I just try it out. Now I don't know what the boss is. I don't know what the boss do, and it's Mon Speed. All right, if you don't know what Mon Speed commandment does, pretty much, you can't get engaged by using a card. You have to move cards or something like that. So he's kind of like stopping me from ult rushing, but technically no, because I mean, I'm using the ult gauge passive. I feel like he probably debuffs you as well, but because I have immunity with Kizuna, I kind of like counteract that. Now, I was literally expecting like a revive right here soon, but guess what? There's no revive. So Mon Speed is without revive. I'm feeling like these bosses are more debuff based, like floor 2 and then the last floor, which is Mon Speed. I feel like they're just debuff based for the most part, and there's no other floor other than this. Like last time you could go beyond the floors from the labyrinth, but this time you can't. Probably because shield hero theme. But hopefully you guys enjoy. Wait, does this say 11/10? So this is 2 weeks for the labyrinth? Oh my god, the labyrinth is 2 weeks? What the heck? We just got it. It's probably because it's based on shield hero, so it's gonna go away the same as like the collab. Like if it was like a collab story or something like that, it would go away. Interesting though. But yeah, that was me using Kizuna for the labyrinth. She is a god tier character for the labyrinth, surprisingly enough. Well, it's not really surprising. Like, I'm pretty sure she was made for it. That's why her passive was like restricted to demonic beasts. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, it's probably me just rambling a lot of the time, just because this is like my first attempt, guys. This is my first attempt, and it's 6 a.m. so my mind is like everywhere. But hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys are excited for Labyrinth.